As the immediate past president of Rotaract Club Cebu Fuente, University of the VISAYAS Chapter, I hereby call the 6th Induction and Handover Ceremonies to order. Now I hand the mic over to Our Lady of Ceremonies, Miss Vince Blessel Jane Barron.
This is such a great day as we are about to open a new chapter for the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter. Passion stories shared together with service as its main goal. Welcome to the 6th Club Induction and Handover Ceremonies of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter. To commence with our event for today, let us have our invocation to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and the Rotary Hymn.
Lord, I come, I confess, bowing here, I find my rest. Without you, I fall apart. You're the one that guides my heart. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. So teach my soul to rise to you. When temptation comes my way, when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you.
Pambansang Awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, dalas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhapit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
The flag of peace unfurled, I shall serve my community, help achieve universal unity. I shall dedicate my all. World understanding shall be my cherished goal. With a four-way test, I'll pursue my quest, giving my little way help attain. Peace in the world, I shall not have lived in vain. Above self, lend a hand to all who need my help. I'll give my spouse to involve in Rotary, and in Rotary race I will train my family. With a four-way test we'll pursue our quest, giving our little way help attain. Peace in the world, we shall not have lived in vain. Build a bridge for tomorrow's youth, strengthened by nothing but the truth. Gesture ahead, there's no reason we'll divide. We shall all understand why the good Lord is our guide. With a four-way test we'll pursue our quest, giving our little way of the day. Peace in the world, we shall not have lived in vain. Peace be achieved, we shall not have lived. In vain.
Together as one Rotaract, let us recite the four-way test and the goals of Rotaract to be led by the life-changing Youth Service Director.
Weight test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Goals of Rotaract: to develop professional and leadership skills, to emphasize respect for the rights of others, and to promote ethical standards and the dignity for all useful occupations, to provide opportunity for young people to address the needs and concerns of the community and our world, to provide opportunity for working in cooperation with sponsoring Rotary clubs, to motivate young people for eventual membership into Rotary.
To do the task of introducing our dignitaries, visiting Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests, help me welcome Public Image Director Abdul Kamal S. Manunggiring.
Good day, everyone. Allow me to formally introduce the dignitaries, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests, led by our transforming President, Maria Lea Maraviles, and our life-changing President, Arwin Epis. We have our guest speaker, Marion Bacalso, to be further introduced later. Our End Polio Now Zone Coordinator, past District Governor, Mary Ann Accordo Solomon. We also have the District Polio Chair, past President, Alain Sinerpida. From the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, life-changing President, Attorney Bernardino Amago IV. From the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, immediate past President, Attorney Emmanuel Tesalona. From the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, Youth Service Director, Attorney Lolita Lomanta. From the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, Charter President, and Club Advisor, Adrian Edward Aninion. From the Rotary Club of Rizal Technological University, life-changing President, Miko Tuazon. From the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, Club Advisor, Neil Roy Impas. And yours truly, from the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, Public Image Director, Abdul Kamal Manunggiling.
Thank you, Director Manunggiring. At this point in time, his words of welcome would indeed matter, as he was once the person leading this club. Please help me welcome inspiring President Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, Jade A. Zafra.
To our beloved Mother Club, the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, to our distinguished guests, to our partners in service, to our fellow Rotaractors, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Jade Michael Zafra, the past president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter, and it is an honor and a privilege for me to welcome you all to the 6th Induction and Handover Ceremony of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter in the Rotary year 2021 to 2022 with the theme, Serve to Change Lives. Despite of the pandemic that we are experiencing now, we are still gathered today, celebrating hope and love of service to humanity. It is an indication that no pandemic can stop us in changing the lives of others. In this new normal, we are in need of new leaders to lend a helping hand to other people. And the club are so thankful to our Rotaractors today who took the challenge to be part of the causes of the Rotary and Rotaract. In this time of uncertainty, always go back to your whys and be driven with your passion. And with this, no pandemic can stop you to be of service to humanity and be an inspiration to others. Rotaract is not just an organization, but a family you can lean on. With Rotaract, it will help you find your purpose, build you new connections, and opens new opportunities for you to continue and share your passion. So our life-changing Rotaractors, continue the legacy of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. Continue the legacy of the Rotaract Clubs of Cebu Fuente, and especially continue the legacy of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter. Once again, welcome to the 6th Induction and Handover Ceremony of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter.
We are very much honored that our guest speaker is able to grace this occasion with his virtual presence. And to formally introduce him, help me welcome life changing Vice President Lysabel Bayo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to introduce our guest speaker for today. He has 7 years of experience as a member of an international NGO which focuses on youth development and also 7 years of experience as a guidance counselor for an academy. He also has 3 years of experience as a trainer and HR manager. He has been working with organizations for his working career, and now he is one of the heads of an NGO which develops children and eradicate poverty with its scholarship grants. Please help me welcome Sir Marion Bacalso.
Good day, everyone, and my sincerest congratulations to our newly elected and soon to be inducted officers of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter. It was a pleasant surprise to receive an invite from Arwen to give a short speech for the 6th induction and handover ceremonies of the UV chapter of the Rotaract Club. What message should I share with a team of young leaders who have already decided when they first joined the Rotary Club to serve others, promote integrity, and create goodwill? Perhaps just a message on how to become the best person that God wants you to be. To do that, we need to answer 3 questions: what, why, and how. And so let us start with the first point: knowing the what. They say that in order to get the right answer, we must know how to ask the right question. And this is a good thing to keep in mind when we start to ask the question, what am I supposed to do with my life? In order for us to know what we are supposed to do with our life, we need to discover what our strengths are. What are you really good at? What comes naturally to you? What things require you less effort to learn? These strengths are what you call aptitude. You don't need a psychological test to know what you're really good at. You can observe it on your own, or sometimes other people see it before you do. What do others say that you're really good at? When people come to you for help, which area or category of concern does it usually fall into? Is it in cooking, performing, mathematical computations, creative work, technical problems, leadership, personal advices? In one of his books, inspirational speaker Bo Sanchez states that another way of knowing your natural strength is to see your trail of blessings. What are those things that you've done which always has good results? What activities required less effort from you but gave you remarkable outcomes? These are ways for you to know your aptitude, things where you are naturally good at. But knowing your aptitude is not the whole deal. Many people do things they are good at but are not really happy with it. In one of his talks at the School of Life, Sir Ken Robinson shares the story of an editor whom he used to work with. They got into talking about her career as she shared that she has already been working as an editor for 5 years. When he asked her what she did before, she shared that she used to be a concert pianist. She shifted to a career in editing because she's really happy with it. This is what you call passion. You need to discover your passion because being good at something is not a good enough reason to do it. When you do things that you're both good at and happy in doing, then you are in your elements. Sir Ken Robinson says that you would know that you are in your element because when you're doing it, you would lose your sense of time. An hour would feel like 5 minutes. And when you're doing something that is not within your element, 5 minutes would feel like an hour. When you follow your passion, different opportunities will open up for you. So the first question to ask in order to be the best person that we are designed to be is, what does God want to do with my life? The second question that we need to answer is, why do I want to do this? It is important to know the reason why you're doing this because this will give you focus and resolve to continue, especially when things start to become very difficult. Your reason for doing the what must be bigger than yourself. You should not just dream big, but you should also make your dream matter. When you're able to have a reason that is bigger than yourself, then even failure will not stop you from doing what God wants you to do. Those with just minor reasons for doing what they do easily give up when they are faced with trials, difficulties, discouragement, haters, bullies, and self doubt. But the person whose dreams are backed by reasons bigger than himself will continue on struggling until he grabs success by the neck. There will be a lot of times when you would fail, and it is exactly in times like this when we need to go back and focus on the reason of what we are doing so that even fear will not stop us from continuing. Our why will keep us focused on the goal. So now you already have two of the three questions that you need to be answered in order to become the best person that God created you to be. The third and final question then is the how of doing things. Once you know what you're supposed to do with your life and have the reason for doing so, you have to decide then how you would go about it. And the best way to live your life is by having the right attitude. People who have negative attitude will blame others and let their emotions dictate their responses to situations. Blaming others leads you to nowhere because you will never have full control of other people's thinking and behavior. And it stops you from acknowledging that you are responsible for your actions. Basing our actions on how we feel takes away our freedom and will because emotions are temporary and reactive. People with positive attitude choose their response to situations. The good news is that positive attitude can be learned, and we learn it by developing the right habits. Habits are basically responses to specific situations that we have learned over time through constant repetition that it becomes second nature to us. If we want to develop the right habits, then we should do so one step at a time. Finally, after asking and answering the three questions, what does God want me to do? Why do I want to do this? And how will I do this? Here are two simple suggestions for you to do every day to guide you in becoming the best person that God wants you to be. First, say the right words, read the right books, listen to the right music, watch the right videos, be with the right people, do the right things, and pray the right prayer. And second, do number one every day as often as possible. With that, I wish to congratulate Arwen, Lysabel, Leah, Early Rose, Anna Kathleen, Cheska, Maki, Ailu, Neil, Michelle, and Russell, and my prayers for all of you.
As we open new opportunities, we also open the doors to inspiring individuals whose heart to serve rules above all. This will be a great time for them to share their passion stories and continue writing more with Rotaract. To introduce them, ladies and gentlemen, life-changing Assistant Deputy Secretary Hannah Kathleen Bayadog.
It is a pleasure and honor to formally present to you our new set of members for this Rotary year 2021 to 2022. First, we have Lyle Atilo, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Advocate for Financial Literacy. Next, Melissa Rose Ejercito, Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management, Advocate for Gender Equality. Shira Jane Tim, Bachelor of Science in Customs Administration, Advocate for Coastal Cleanup Drive. Then we have Jibin Chaco, Doctor of Medicine, Advocate for Health and World Issues. Mary May Siriaco, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Advocate for Awareness of Global Poverty. Then we have Hani Jane Saita, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, advocate for confidentiality in healthcare.
Igel Rose Salon, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, advocate for mental health awareness. Annalyn Manza, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, advocate for women empowerment.
Samuel Tamang, Bachelor of Science in Med Bio, advocate for environment and physical health. And that's all for our new set of members for this Rotary year. Thank you.
To formally charge the new members, help me welcome the ever sophisticated Youth Service Director of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Lolita Ging Lumanta.
Good day to all of you. To our 9 incoming Rotaractors, namely Chibin Chaco, Agiel Rose Solon, Mary Rose Seriaco, Honey Jane Saita, Lyle Atilio, Annalyn Mansa, Yasi Ejercito, Shira Jane Tim, and Samuel Waiba. You have been selected by the members of the club to hold active membership in the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente UV chapter. I believe that the principles, responsibilities, and obligations that come with membership have been explained to you. And after having been apprised of the said obligations, you have expressed your willingness to become a Rotaractor. Remember this, please. No one is eligible to become one unless in his or her public and personal life, she endeavors to practice the principles of goodwill and service. Now, the members of this club welcome you to join them because they believe that you are already actuated by these motives. In electing you to membership, the club is doing more than taking you to fellowship. The club is making you a trustee of Rotary's ideals of truth, fairness, goodwill, and friendship. Now, knowing you to be a Rotaractor, the world will henceforth judge Rotary by your conduct. Membership in Rotaract is an honor and privilege, and every privilege has its corresponding obligation. One of the special obligations of membership is regular attendance at the meetings. It is the basic method of fulfilling the principle of fellowship and also a way by which you develop your leadership and skills. Every member is expected to perform his share of club and community service, and the committees of the club will afford you opportunities to give service. Now, for the rest of this Rotary year, I would be pleased as the Director of Youth Service of the Mother Club to see you get involved in our service projects and club activities. Lastly, by no means least, is our ideal of friendship. As you expect to receive, so give. May you be stimulated by the friendship you find here, and may we, in return, know you to be an added source of strength to the club. Having said that, it is my privilege and honor to present to you our 9 incoming Rotaractors, and I charge all the Rotaractors in this virtual room not to fail in your duty by giving all 9 of our incoming Rotaractors your friendship and helping them as well to make their membership useful and happy. Now, to all 9 incoming Rotaractors, are you ready to be inducted?
As they respond to the call, our aspiring members will now be inducted by the Loving Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente District Assistant Governor of Area 1D, Elaine Sinerpida.
To the new members, of Rotaract Cebu Fuente University of VISAYAS Chapter, your oath of membership, and can you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Samuel Tamang.
I, Hannah Jane Saita.
I, Sharijin G. Tintin.
I, Lyle Atilio.
I, Jipin Chaco.
I, Annalyn A. Manza.
I, Mirame Seriaco.
I, Angel Rose A. Solon.
Having been admitted as member of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter.
Having been admitted as a member.
Having been admitted as member.
Having been admitted as member
of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente.
Of the Rotaract Club of the
University of the Visayas Chapter.
University of the Visayas Chapter.
Sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Sponsored by Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Sponsored by Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold
And defend the Constitution and bylaws of my club.
And defend the Constitution and bylaws of the club.
Defend the Constitution and bylaws of the club. And defend the Constitution and bylaw of my club.
That I will further uphold the ideals of service of Rotary. Service above self.
That I will further uphold the ideals of service of Rotary. Service above self.
That I will further uphold the ideals of service of Rotary. Service above self.
That I will further uphold the ideals of service of Rotary. Service above self.
And be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
And be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
And be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
And be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
That I will do my best to help develop.
That I will do my best to help develop.
That I will do my best to help develop.
That I will do my best to help develop
the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter.
The Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter.
The Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter.
The Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter.
Into a strong and successful working club.
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 And that I impose this obligation.
And that I impose this obligation.
And that I impose this obligation.
Upon myself voluntarily.
And upon myself voluntarily.
Upon myself voluntarily.
Upon myself voluntarily.
Without mental reservation.
Without mental reservation.
Without mental reservation.
Without mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Of purpose evasion.
Of purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations and welcome to the Rotaract Cebu Fuente University of Visayas Chapter.
Congratulations and welcome to the Cebu Fuente family. Another chapter is about to be closed and another chapter is about to unfold. The person that I will introduce to you now is a woman of a smile. Yes, her smile is contagious and it always shows when she serves. The fighting spirit of being a servant leader indeed runs in her blood. Ladies and gentlemen, to give her valedictory address, transforming President Maria Lea Maraviles.
Once upon a time, I got to college with dedication and determination in my chosen program, and was truly confident that I could become the successful person that I have dreamed of. Right at the start of my freshman year, I have found this club, Rotaract, which turned my college years upside down in a good way. In Rotaract, I gained friends that I treat already as my beloved siblings and enthusiastic mentors as my mothers. During the start of my Rotaract journey, I can say I really enjoyed the activities which involved going to places to help and to serve, such as spreading awareness, donating to the physically challenged people, solving problems in certain areas, and etc. for a harmonious future. Then, a sudden realization came to my mind that I love this, and this is my calling to be a servant leader. However, I cannot shake this feeling of fear and doubt in my mind. You may be wondering why. Well, I have never once dreamed of leading a prestigious club with me as their president. Like, why me? I am an amateur in leading people. I don't have the knack in handling this stuff. I have to learn new skills and adjust accordingly. And with bad luck, I started my term in the middle of a pandemic. I struggled so much at that time because everything was a new land for me. My fear started to grow even though I set the challenge to improve. I had doubts in my ability, like, how can I continue the legacy passed on? And even thought that I might fail to lead the club and do my purpose to serve the community. However, I am thankful because I have a lot of people supporting me endlessly, especially to our charter president and advisor, Adrian Edward Aninyong, our Lola in Rotaract, our guiding light and proofreader. I even used to call him my correctionist. I know I have mentioned your name in my speeches, but I will never get tired of saying thank you. Thank you so much for giving me hope during the times I break down. Thank you for the advices, for leading me all the way to function as a president for the club. Even though you parted with our school, your heart to serve is still here with us. To Sir Nilroy Impas, our great-grandmother, I am very much grateful also to you having such a tight and hectic schedule. You have never stopped, and it never was a reason for your unwavering support during my term. Suhana, my appointed secretary, I thank God because you were there and you joined us. I don't know what would happen to me if I didn't have your presence and support. I know that you were also a beginner at that time, but you also strived hard to learn and do your task. To Cheska, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to stay in your house every time we need to do physical activities in the city. You're so hospitable. Thank you so much. To my fellow Rotaractors in UV, I may have not mentioned you all, but I'm still thankful for giving me your trust and support in this challenging journey of my life. Thank you so much for participating in our online and physical activities despite the struggles in internet connection and the restrictions of protocols due to the pandemic. Your passion to serve is indeed burning. Thank you all so much. To my family, especially to my mama, thank you so much for your love, care, and full support. I really appreciate your thoughtfulness and protectiveness every time I go to the city. And lastly, to God, thank you for the opportunity, for the answered prayer, for allowing me to become one of your instruments to help those who are in need. Thank you for sending me these wonderful people to mold me and become better. We may have walked through rough and rocky roads together last Rotary year 2020 to 2021, but all of those experiences and efforts have paid off. We have successfully ended the term and won several awards. We will still continue the legacy this year and for more years to come in RACCF-UV. To the newly inducted President Arvin Epis, I believe in you. Because the first time I have learned about you, I know that you are what we're looking for. Thank you so much for accepting the challenge. And always put in mind that I will be here supporting you in your term. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I still have my fears and doubts. But despite these weaknesses, I know that I will still be able to conquer these challenges through the help of my Almighty God, my family, and friends. Cheers to the Rotary year 2020 to 2021, and welcome to the Rotary year 2021 to 2022. I am Leia, your transforming president. Laban Rotaractors.
Your term may have ended months ago, but service continues for you, transforming President Maria Lea Marvilas, who still pursues in connecting the world to open more opportunities. Congratulations once again. The transforming year was indeed a year of excellence. Therefore, it was rightful that we gave credit to those individuals who have shown great zeal of service to humanity.
I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all Rotaractors for being there with me throughout my Rotaract journey. Last year was a tough year for us. We've been through a lot of difficulties to adjust to the new normal, but I am so glad that your willingness to serve still continues despite the pandemic. I am so thankful to God because I have met these amazing, talented, skillful, smart, experienced, and passionate people. I really have learned a lot from you guys. You have given a great impact in my life. And now, I am so excited to recognize these precious ones who have exerted efforts to serve for the whole Rotary year 2020 to 2021. So please, lend me your ears as I call the outstanding aspiring Rotaractors of the year. Hannah Kathleen Bayadog, Cheska Marie Canubas, Arwen Epis, Charlie Persil, Early Rose Balingit, and Alan Bill Gonzaga. Thank you so much for joining the club and for sharing to us your advocacy and for sharing what you've got that could help the club in implementing projects. Next is the outstanding members of the year. we have Neil Adrian Solana and Anna Villarosa. These two are one of the hard-working people I know. Thank you so much for staying last year despite of the personal challenges that you encountered. Thank you as well for the help, for everything. For the Outstanding Club Officers of the Year, thank you so much, Secretary Hannah Kathleen Bayadog, Vice President Abdul Kamal Manungiring, and Treasurer Ailo Lagahi. Thank you for your presence and support, for the effort to manage the club. And for the Outstanding Club Directors of the Year, Assistant Finance Director Cheska Marie Canubas, International Service Director Justine Bermoy, Foundation Director Humphrey Butantan, Community Service Director Michelle Indab, and Vocational Service Director James Manza. Thank you so much for your service. We may have rarely met each other and done physical activities last year due to the restrictions of protocols, but I am glad that it didn't stop our connection with each other, and that is because of this one purpose that we have, and that is to serve. Now, I want to call on Hannah Kathleen Bayadog and Cheska Marie Canubas. Please accept this Leadership Excellence Award that we have prepared, because you deserve it. Both of you were aspirants last year and have only a little experience in leadership. But look at what you just did for the club and for the community. You just surpassed the challenges that have given to you. Thank you so much for helping me to lead the club. Congratulations. To our transforming Rotaract advisors, Adrian Edward Aninion and Neil Roy Impaz, you indeed transform my life and the lives of other people. With your experiences, skills, knowledge, and wisdom that you have shared, slowly by slowly, you have molded us into someone that we didn't expect that we could be. You're like a mother who always thinks what's best for us, for the club. Thank you for staying. I hope someday you could be able to decide what's best for you as well, because you deserve all the best in the world. Thank you. To all transforming Rotaractors, Hannah Kathleen Bayadog, Cheska Marie Canubas, Justine Bermoy, Humphrey Butantan, Michelle Indab, Abdul Kamal Managiring, Arwin Epis, Early Rose Balingit, Neil Adrian Solana, Alan Bill Gonzaga, Charlie Persil, Anna Villarosa, James Manza, Ale Lagahit, Christine Borja, Russell Abapo, Justoni Barame, Melanie Tagodin, Bishal Ali Magar, Genevieve Michael, Colonel Jane Indab, Princess Antonias, and Rajiv Cyrus Raga. A certificate of recognition is given to you. Thank you so much for joining this organization. I am so happy to meet and know you all guys. I hope we could be able to meet together again, completely, including our alumni and Rotaract. Next, I would also like to recognize these organizations as our club's partners in service. University of the Visayas, Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente Community-Based, Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos, Rotaract Club of Rizal Technological University, Rotaract Club of Mactan Site, Rotaract Club of Cebu Port, Rotaract Club of Gardner College, Rotaract Club of Cebu South, Rotaract Club of Cebu, Rotaract Club of Mandaluyong, Cebu Doctors University College of Medicine, Community Outreach, Resource and Education, also Cebu Doctors University, iConserve Foundation Incorporated Cebu, Cebu Cares, Community Scouts Youth Guidance, Engineering and Architecture Council of Leaders, University of the Visayas, Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, Supreme Student of Council, University of the Visayas, College of Arts and Science Student Council, University of the Visayas, Cebuano Youth Ambassadors Incorporated, Rancho ni Cristo, Visayanians Association of Psychology Majors, League of the Tourism Students of the Philippines, University of the Visayas, University of the Visayas Political Science Society, and CAFILMA. Thank you for being part of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas journey. Last year, Rotary year 2020 to 2021. We wouldn't be able to make our organization a successful one if it's not because of your existence, trust, and support. Thank you so much. Now at this moment, this awarding ceremony won't be complete if I won't be able to give this special award to this special person in the world of Rotaract, Adrian Edward Aninion, for his invaluable contribution and always being the pillar of support in times of need when the club was at its needs, exemplifying the meaning of being a true servant leader. Thank you so much, sir. Now you may have not recognized everyone, but know that all of you are great and effective Rotaractors and partners. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Before the end of this awarding ceremony, I would like to present this certificate of award to be presented to our immediate past president, Maria Lea Maravilas, for leading the club in dire times and upholding the works and values as a leader for all days on her term being the president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter, given this 28th day of August, year 2021.
With Rotaractors becoming life changers, this time we open ourselves for transformation as the next level of our lives will demand a different us. And with that, we welcome our life changing with open arms. To begin with, let us know more about him.
Erwin, hi Boss Erwin, hi School Miss Erwin, congrats for being a president. Kabalo ko na deserve na nimo because you have a good characteristic. Even if in the school, you always treat me, other people, like a family. Kabalo ko na you are a hardworking student. So, mas ko na po, congrats. Because I know na challenges sa imong life, salig ko nimo na makaya ra na nimo. Kay matod pa nila, walay challenge na dili na to makaya basta magkugi lang na. Once again, congrats and be proud.
Being a leader carries a lot of duties and responsibilities. He must be dedicated to his work and have passion for service. Someone who can work under pressure, wise in his every decisions, and can initiate or organize a plan that has good interest and contribution. And most importantly, someone who can be reliable to any situations or tasks given to him. Few of these values I had observed and witnessed to the man I'm proud to introduce to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of Cebu Rotaract Club, Cebu Fuente, University of Visayas Chapter, Mr. Arwin A. Ipis.
A. Action-oriented.
R. Responsible.
W. Worthy.
E. Enthusiastic.
N. Non-competitive.
E. Empathetic.
B. Passionate.
I. Inspiring.
C. Zealous.
Now that we got to know more about our president, It is time to confirm the challenge with a charge to be read by the life-changing president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Attorney Bernardino Amago IV.
Before I give the formal charge, allow me to address the most anxious man in the room. Arwen, you will take on a daunting task of leading a group of young people who will challenge you from time to time, who will always have an opinion on the action you wish to take, who may find flaws on the plans you have laid. But fear not, falter not, because the same young people will push you forward when you feel like giving up, who will lend hands for your action to come to fruition, who will turn the wheels of your plans to be realized. So despite and in spite the odds, trust that you are never alone. So here is your formal charge. Rotaractor Arwen Epis, having been elected as the president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, you are its chief executive officer and will be expected to preside at all meetings of the club. As president, your first concern is leadership, since you will be the club's principal player who will not only carry the torch to guide your members, but will also bear the heaviest burden of setting them right. To lighten your load, be sure to delegate, but never abdicate your authority as well as responsibility. Always ensure that you do not lose control of the operations, since your accountability to the club and Rotaract shall remain with you as long as you are the president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter. Strike a balance between allowing others freedom to do their jobs without going overboard as you take full control of your club. Set the example of excellence, resourcefulness, and tact as you continue to be the inspiration from within and without. Remember that as its chief executive, your club expects you to dictate the course of your club's destiny. Remember, too, that the buck stops at your desk, something which you cannot pass to somebody else. Finally, full responsibility as far as the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter is concerned rests in your hands as its president. Having said those, are you now ready to be inducted as the president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter?
Yes, I am.
With that resounding yes, I now declare you ready to be inducted.
We always got your back, as members of a team always say to their leader. And to introduce these dedicated individuals who will serve with him for Rotary year 2021 to 2022, ladies and gentlemen, life-changing President Erwin E. Pease.
It is with pride and honor to welcome our life-changing officers for the Rotary year 2021 and 2022. Starting with the President, Arwin Epis, Vice President, Laisabel Bayo, Executive Secretary and our now immediate past President, Maria Lea Maravilas, Assistant Secretary, Early Rose Balingit, Deputy Secretary, Hannah Kathleen Bayadog, our Treasurer, Chaska Marie Canubas, our International Service Director, Ailu Lagahit, Community Service Director, Michelle Indab, Youth Service Director, Neil Adrian Solana, and our Public Image Director, Abdul Kamal Manonggiring.
As the call for service is at hand, the commitment to serve is its primary ingredient. Therefore, it is evident that these individuals will also take up the challenge. with a charge to be read by the transforming president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Emmanuel Emmy Tasalona.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, ladies and gentlemen. I congratulate you on your election to your respective positions in your club. Your election is a clear indication that your members trust your ability to lead the club to a fruitful and successful Rotary year ahead. Your members believe that you could do the job better. We feel that you could inspire the members to become more active as you plan to work effectively and efficiently. The club expects you to carry out the duties assigned to you to the best of your ability and to contribute to the future development of our organization. You are expected to support your president and to be loyal to the team. You are to put forward your ideas and argue strongly in the meetings, but respect the decision of the majority. Your task for the next 11 months is to ensure that your term of office adds something to your club and to members. It is only by being involved and committed that we can truly articulate Rotary's motto, service above self. This year's theme calls for a year of sharing and dedication. You are asked to lend a hand to alleviate hunger and poverty, help provide good education and shelter, initiate programs that can provide livelihood to the community, and promote Rotary in your family and associates. These are just some of the trusts for this Rotary year, but our true mission is to touch the lives of people and make them understand the real meaning of service. We are here to truly serve and pledge to make our community, our country, and the world a better place to live. Are you willing to accept the challenge? These Rotaractors are now ready for induction. Thank you very much.
And to officially adhere to the call, they will be inducted by the N Polio Zone Coordinator for Zone 10A and the All-Star District Governor, Mary Ann Mian Alcordo Solomon.
Thank you very much for inviting me to be your inducting officer. It is truly my singular and distinct privilege to do the honor. And with that, I'd like to request all the officers to raise the right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Maria Lea Maraviles.
I am Abdul Kamal Salimbago Mananggiling.
I, Hannah Kathleen Bayadog.
I, Michelle Indal.
I, Neil Adrian Solana.
I, Ailo Lagahit.
I, Arwin A. Apis.
I, Lysabel T. Bayo.
I, Carly Rose Valinas.
I, Cheska Marie Canovas.
Having been charged and installed as, state your position.
Having been charged and installed as president.
Having been charged and installed as vice president.
Having been charged and installed as executive secretary.
Having been charged and installed as assistant secretary.
Having been charged and installed as deputy secretary.
Having been charged and installed as treasurer.
Having been charged and installed as Youth Service Director.
Having been charged and installed as International Service Director.
Having been charged and installed as Community Service Director.
Having been charged and installed as Public Image Director.
Of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter.
Of the Rotaract Club
of Cebu Fuente,
University of the Visayas Chapter.
Sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Sponsored by
the Rotary Club
of Cebu Fuente.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
Do hereby
solemnly swear
that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the club.
I will uphold
and defend the Constitution
and bylaws of the club.
That I will further uphold the ideals of Rotary, service above self.
that I will further uphold
the ideals of service of Rotary,
service above self.
And be prepared to translate these ideals into realities.
and be prepared
to
to translate
translate
these
these
ideas
ideals
into realities.
that I will do my best
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 to help develop
to help develop
to help develop
To help develop
the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter,
the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter,
the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter,
The Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter,
the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter,
into a strong and successful working club,
into a
strong and successful working club,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself
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 voluntarily,
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 voluntarily
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
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 So help me God.
So help me God.
God.
Congratulations! Virtual handshake to all of you. I hope to shake your hands face to face in the near future. So stay safe, wear a mask, observe social distancing, practice hand washing. God bless us all.
At this point in time, we will witness the ceremonial turnover of bell and gavel from transforming President Maria Lea Maravillas to the life-changing President Erwin Epes.
President Arwin Epes. As the outgoing president of our club, the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, I do hereby turn over this gavel to you as a symbol of authority. Please wield it unflinchingly but righteously, with courage but with humility, with determination but with compassion and understanding, as you accept this gavel and the authority that goes with it. May God bless and help you in all your undertakings. Congratulations.
Immediate past President Maria Leia M. Maravillas, I do hereby accept this gavel as the symbol of my authority for Rotary Year 2021 and 2022. With the theme Serve to Change Lives, with the Rotaract and Rotary ideals of service expressed in the goals of Rotaract and the Rotary's four-way test as my guide. And with the blessings of the Almighty, it is my covenant to wield this gavel unflinchingly but righteously, with courage but with humility, and finally with determination but with compassion and understanding. So be it.
Knowing that everything is official, we shall now hear for the first time Rotaractor Irwin E. Pease as President of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter for his inaugural address.
A pleasant day to one and all, to our ever supportive and loving Rotarians, my fellow Rotaractors, and guests of this gracious occasion. As we uphold the bylaws of our club, each year we elect a person that would be the torch bearer of all the passion burning in this organization. Having been elected as that person, I have the utmost responsibility in the success of leading and showing the way. When I joined Rotaract, I discovered that this is a club where the opportunities of touching the lives of people are possible. I've been dreaming in my younger days to join a club which is true to their name in upholding the ideals of what they are supposed to be, which is service above self. Slowly adapting to this new journey as being the new elected president for this Rotary year, it is sort of ironic that I was chosen to lead an organization I did not even think I will be able to, due to the fact that I am just a new member. But I would like to say thank you for believing in me and thank you for supporting me. I am still learning as of today, but this will not be a hindrance in showing the true excellence of our club. It may be a tough ride with heightened restrictions and protocols we have with the new variant rampaging on the air around us. Challenges may be present, but we as Rotaractors never stop in upholding the spirit of volunteerism, especially during these trying times, where a lot of people are in dire situations and in need of our help. To my fellow Rotaractors of this club, I admit I am too green for this, but my desire to continue our legacy in changing for the better and for us to succeed, I need your support and your unwavering criticisms. I may be elected for the highest position, but I am here for a reason. That's only to lead you, but to never stop you. Now let's become the unwavering torch in serving to change lives in everyone we touch.
The closing hour has finally arrived. And to close this occasion, my call on the champion president, Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter 2019 to 2020, Justin Bermoy.
To our beloved Mother Club, the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, to our distinguished guests, to our partners in service, to our fellow Rotary actors from different clubs, to our family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all of you. To begin, or shall I say to end the 6th Induction and Handover Ceremonies, in behalf of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of the Visayas Chapter, I am Justin Davison Bermoy, the past president of the club, would like to express my sincerest gratitude to our guest speaker for being here with us as our speaker, and for imparting us his knowledge and also for his words of wisdom to do serve us more especially in the midst of this pandemic. No one will ever stop us in doing our passion to serve. Sir, thank you for sharing your precious time with us. It is an honor to have you here with us despite of your busy schedule. Likewise, I would like to thank our Rotarians, to Attorney Lolita Lumanta for charging of new members, past President Alain Sunerpida for inducting our new members, President of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, President Bernardino Amago IV, for charging of President, immediate past President Emmanuel Tisalona, for charging of officers and directors that for how many years you have been always present in our induction. I would also like to thank past District Governor Mary Ann May-Ann Alcordo Solomon for your unending support and guidance and for all the knowledge you have imparted to us as we take on our journey of becoming a Rotaractor. And of course, the officers who are in charge of organizing this event, especially our two presidents, immediate past President Maria Lea Maraveles and President Arwen Apis, for this will not be possible without both of you. As this induction become possible, a new set of officers and members take a new responsibilities of this Rotary year. For being part of the new set of officers, you are all expected to assume the responsibilities that your respective positions require you to take. As for the members, you are also expected to assume the responsibility of following your leaders. All of you should keep in mind that as part of one organization, you should be working together as one. Before I end this, allow me to leave this quote. A great Rotaractors never stop learning. They learn from their experiences and experiences of others. The Rotaractors are not afraid to ask questions and always remain curious. The Rotaractors know that they are not omniscient and they need not be one at all. Rotaractors have the willingness to learn and see things from different perspectives. These are some of traits that effective Rotaractors possess. Do you embody these traits? Are you ready to be more effective and inspiring Rotaractors? Let this quote motivate and empower you to be the best Rotaractor that you can be. Once again, thank you and a pleasant day to all of you.
Tomorrow, new challenges and opportunities await us in making a difference. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, I would like to thank everyone for attending today's occasion. May you all be reminded that the ability to transform lies in you.
As the new president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas Chapter, I now call the 6th Induction and Handover Ceremonies adjourned.